develop as a country. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of introducing to you Her Honor, Dr. W.K. Mutalena Lumango, MP, Vice President of the Republic of Zambia. Let's just celebrate the Vice President and make some noise and just give her a big hand. Your Honor, we celebrate your government as you've added to the numbers of the laborers. Speaking of Ministry of Education alone, over 42,000 workers have been added to the grid. Thank you for adding to the households, adding to the economy. Another big hand for the government of the day. In our midst, we have the owner of the province, and this is no other than the Minister for Lusaka Province, Honorable Shio Muliata. Let's celebrate her. Mrs. Mutinta Musonda, the Permanent Secretary, Administration, Cabinet Office, we're very blessed to have you. Thank you for your presence today. All the permanent secretaries that are here present, and Your Honor, you may wish to know we have a heavy presence of the PSS. Let's celebrate them today. Let's give them a big hand. In our midst, we also have Madam Rosa K. Zulu, the District Commissioner, Lusaka. And she's saying, yeah, I'm here. The Provincial Joint Operations Committee, that's the PJOC, is also in our midst. We have the UPND Alliance partners, the leaders of political parties, honorable members of Parliament, and for the MPs, let's just say, yeah. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, in our midst, we also have Mr. Joseph Chewe, First Deputy President, Zambia Congress of Trade Unions, Mr. Kennedy Njamba, Vice President, Midlands Zambia Federation of Employers, members of the Diplomatic Corps. We also have senior government officials here present. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to be at your service today. My name is Kunda Mando, and I am accompanied by Sam Machishi, and we will be your program directors or directors of the program until the very end. And without further ado, I do have the pleasure of calling on our first speaker, and this is no other than the Lusaka Province Minister, Honorable Shio Muliata, MP. Let's give her a big hand. Honorable Minister, it's good to have you, and thank you for hosting us in the capital city of Zambia. Thank you very much. Another round of applause for the Minister of Lusaka Province. Good morning, all the good workers there. Good morning. Wonderful. The guest of honor, Dr. Mtale W.K. Nalmango. Okay. May I simply say, all protocols observed. Thank you for coming. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you, the guest of honor, and all invited guests to Lusaka Province during this commemoration of the 2026 International Labor Day celebrations. Congratulations and well done to all the workers in Lusaka Province. The energy, wow, to march all these kilometers, wow. And I must say, you're all looking very smart. You are looking so smart.
gather under a powerful and timely theme, securing Zambia's future of work, protecting jobs, skills, and pensions for decent work for all. As the economic hub of our country, Lusaka deeply understands that our national progress rests entirely on the dignity, safety, and productivity of our workers. This theme reminds us that a secure future requires us to so aggressively protect the jobs, skills, and retirement security of every Zambian worker. For sure, the Lord will bless the labor of your hands. He never forgets his own. And so I must say, you are blessed workers. Lusaka province, you are blessed indeed. Your Honor the Vice President, your presence here today underscores the government's unwavering commitment to the welfare of the working class under the able leadership of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, the President of the Republic of Zambia. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you once again for joining us, and once again, let me welcome you, Your Honor the Vice President, and all of us gathered here today. I'm wishing all of you a happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to you. May God bless you. May God bless your families that have supported you to be a fruitful worker. May God bless Zambia. May God bless the workers of Zambia. May God bless our Vice President, and may God bless all of us here. Thank you very much.
A big round of applause to our Honorable Minister, Lusaka Province, Honorable Shu Muriata, giving us welcoming remarks to this day's celebration, May 1, or Labor Day, as it were. Your Honor, Republican Vice President Dr. Nalumango, there is always that happy moment when employers are present, and to hear what they've got to say at such a fora in your presence is more exciting, because what they are promising before you, the employees feel excited because they know that you are taking note, and the employer will have to go and implement as they go back. And so, allow us to raise to the podium the Vice President Midlands Region from the Zambia Federation of Employers, ZFE in short, Mr. Kennedy Njamba. Mr. Njamba, it's your turn to speak on behalf of the Zambia Federation of Employers.
The guest of honor, Dr. W.K. Mutale-Nalumango, MP, Vice President of the Republic of Zambia. The Honorable Minister of Lusaka Province, Madam Shaw Muriata, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation. May I simply say I will ride on the protocols that have already been established. Guest of honor, it gives me great pleasure to stand before this august gathering to make some remarks on behalf
of the employers in Zambia. As we join our workers in Zambia and the rest of the world to commemorate the 2026 Labor Day under the theme Securing Zambia's Future of Work, Protecting Jobs, Skills and Pensions for Decent Work for All. This gathering is indeed an important gathering as it is to celebrate the dignity of labor, as workers deserve recognition of their hard work. It is a day on which employers have to show their appreciation of the labor force, which is a critical factor of production. We have gathered in a tripartite setup, Your Honor, to commend the workforce in this country, without which there would be no production and no economy to talk about. Indeed, as we commemorate this year's Labor Day, we should take it that it is a celebration of the human spirit expressed through work. It is a reminder that labor is not simply an economic input, but that labor is the foundation of production, the driver of innovation, and the bedrock upon which nations are built. It is through labor that economies grow, through enterprise that jobs are created, and through partnership that societies prosper. This is why today's theme, Securing Zambia's Future of Work, Protecting Jobs, Skills and Pensions for Decent Work for All, is not only timely, but profoundly strategic. It calls upon us to confront one of the defining questions of our time. How do we prepare our nation, our institutions, our enterprises, and our people for a world of work that is changing faster than ever before? Guest of honor, the future of work is being shaped by forces that are global in reach, structural in nature, and transformational in impact. Technological development is changing production systems. Artificial intelligence is redefining occupations. Digitization is transforming business models. Climate transitions are reshaping industries. Demographic shifts are altering labor market dynamics. These forces are not abstract. They are real. They are present. And they are already shaping the future of employment, productivity and social protection. The question before us, therefore, is not whether change is coming, but whether Zambia is ready to cope up with the change. As employers, our view is that the answer lies in the deliberate action, both reforms and strengthen the social partnership. The first pillar of securing the future of work must be protecting jobs through sustainable enterprise growth. There can be no job security without enterprise sustainability. There can be no decent work without productive businesses. And there can be no inclusive growth without a thriving private sector. Jobs are created when enterprises survive, when enterprises grow, when enterprises innovate, and when enterprises reinvest to expand their business operations. They are sustained when businesses operate in an environment that supports productivity, competitiveness, and resilience. This is why protecting jobs in the future requires more than just preserving existing jobs. It requires creating conditions for enterprise expansion, including rural infrastructure development to promote industrial growth and economic transformation. As employers, Your Honor, we remain committed to contributing to these national efforts. But we must also recognize that the jobs of the future will increasingly emerge from new frontiers of growth, including green industries, renewable energy, digital services, agribusiness, manufacturing, and innovation-driven enterprises. The future of work must therefore be linked to the future of enterprise. And the future of enterprise must be linked to the future of national competitiveness. Guests of honor, ladies and gentlemen, our view as employers, the second pillar of securing the future of work is protecting skills through sustained investment in human capital. If there is one lesson the changing world of work is teaching us, it is that skills are the new currency of competitiveness. The greatest risk in the future of work is not technology itself, but the risk of workers being left behind. As technological change accelerates, the value of adaptable, skilled, and innovative human capital will only increase. This calls for a national shift in how we approach workforce development. We must move beyond education for certification alone and focus on education for employment, productivity, adaptability, and innovation. The future demands lifelong learning. It demands reskilling and upskilling. It demands stronger alignment between training systems and the labor market needs. As employers, we believe stronger collaboration between industry, government, and training institutions is very essential. We must strengthen apprenticeships, expand work-based learning programs, support technical and vocational education, and encourage industry-led approaches to skills development. We must ensure that no worker is left behind in the transition to the future economy. This is particularly important for our youth. Zambia's youthful population is not a challenge to be managed, but an opportunity to be harnessed. However, an opportunity without relevant skills to support industrialization can quickly become vulnerable, just as any potential without pathways can quickly become excluded. Guests of honor, our young people must therefore not only be equipped with academic knowledge, but with practical skills, digital competencies, entrepreneurial capabilities, and the confidence to thrive in an evolving economy. Guests of honor, you may wish to know that from our standpoint of realizing and respecting the critical role that skills play